10 tips to help you understand bearded dragon's brumation. What is bearded dragon brumation? Sometimes brumation can be weird and scary. Brumation is the state or condition of sluggishness, inactivity, and torpor exhibited by the reptiles such as snakes and lizards during the winter or extended periods of low temperature. This is known as brumation. 1. Why the bearded dragons are brumating? Once a year during the winter season, food can become scarce for beardies in the wildlife. There is limited access to water, so the bearded dragons must find a way to make 3 to 4 months without eating. 2. What are the signs your beardie might be brumating? Refraining from spending too much time in the basking area, and instead of retreating into cooler parts of the enclosure. Appetite loss. Longer periods of sleep. Searching for dark spots to hide in or digging to build a nesting site. 3. What happens to the bearded dragon when they brumate? When the entry of the brumation, the bearded dragons slowly refuse to start to take the food and eventually stop eating entirely. Their metabolism activity level also becomes slow. They are typically digging a burrow in the ground, enter into the burrow, and close the opening with dirt for sleeping. This makes them a safe place with no external heat and no light. Some of the bearded dragons are fully asleep. 4. Will all the bearded dragon brumate? For the bearded dragon in captivity, some of the bearded dragon's owners will report never. They are entering into the brumation. Other reporters bearded dragons brumate once a year. 5. What are the signs of bearded dragons ready to brumate? The bearded dragon brumation signs are given by: you are entering the fall or winter months in your area. The activity level of the bearded dragon is down and refuse to take greens entirely, but they eat fewer insects than normally. At the time of brumation, they will refuse to take the insects entirely. They will sleep well when they are normally get up for the day and they are stopped basking. They spend a lot of time in their hiding and they will cover the entrance with a pile of specks of dirt. They will spend days hiding without coming out from the burrow. If you are seeing any sign of the above sign, it is time for the bearded dragon to enter into the brumation. 6. How long can my bearded dragon brumate? In some cases, reptiles might enter brumation as late autumn approaches. They will then emerge in spring when temperatures rise and days get longer. Bearded dragons usually brumate after they turn 10 to 12 months old. Brumation can be unpredictable for reptiles. 7. How will you prepare your bearded dragons for the brumation? Have them checked for the parasites. This step will be critical and it should not be skipped. The parasites are the most common in the bearded dragons, and checking them as yearly at a minimum. Stop feeding your bearded dragons. You will stop feeding to them. You don't want to give any food to your beardy tummy while they are sleeping for the next few months or weeks. Give them a safe place to sleep. The wild dragons are prey animals because of this, keeping themselves safe and top priority when they are brumating. 8. What to do during the brumation of bearded dragons? Seriously, don't panic about the brumation. Lighting and heat during the brumation. Bathing and food during the brumation. Water during the brumation. It should be made available while your bearded dragons are brumating. Interaction during the brumation. These are the things that you are doing during the brumation of bearded dragons. 9. How long does bearded dragons brumation last? Some of the bearded dragons will brumate for a few weeks, as well as others will take up to 4 months. 10. How will a bearded dragon get up from months-long sleep? First meals after the brumation. For the first few days and after the brumation, your bearded dragons have that much of an appetite. Greens and fruits are great options for the foods. The digestive systems of the bearded dragons are working in the brumation period. It is a good idea is to give easy food to the digestive. The hornworms are soft-bodied, which is easy to digest. The hornworms are also had high moisture content and rich in calcium. Post-brumation bathing is the next step. The normal bathing schedule for the 2 to 3 times is needed most of the time, and the daily baths are required for the first 3 to 5 days after coming out from the brumation. Bathing is one of the most qualities of your beardie, and it is good for their hygiene. The most important thing is the bearded dragons are very thirsty in the first days after brumation. The brumation is the normal part of the bearded dragon's life. Thanks for watching.